Start streaming. Okay. Believe. Did I set it up right? All right, there we go. Just making sure I had the dates and the titles all correct. But anyway, hello, um, subscribers, patrons, family, fans, followers, supporters, and generally anyone who happens to stumble across my videos. This is Johnston Blackhorse, and I welcome you to another Natus_01 live stream Let's Draw. And this is a continuation from the Let's Draw I had. I thought it was a couple of days ago, but I guess it was yesterday. Where I was drawing Atomic Betty. Took me a little while to remember her name, but yeah, Atomic Betty. Took me a few minutes to start this live stream because I was watching some trailers just a few moments ago, and I kind of want to finish watching them. I guess I'll put it in my watch later. Save to watch later. And let me find some music. Some music to put on in the background as I draw and paint. So I'm going to Newgrounds, audio, looking up the electronic, and selecting dubstep because I enjoy myself some dubstep. Very deep, reverberating musical tones and sounds. I can't remember where I left off last time because sometimes these are things I don't check. Oh wait, hold on. I remember one of the songs was a Porter Robinson song. And I was very close to the end from where I stopped my last Natus_01 let's draw. And I do not see it. Of course, it would help if I remember the actual name of the song. Oh well, I'll just click somewhere in the middle. I am in dubstep, right? Dubstep, yeah. Click. All right. I just clicked on the live stream, and there's Sakura saying, "Did I hear sketchbook?" Oh, no, it's a Natus_01 Let's Draw, which has turned into a Let's Paint. So how you doing, Sakura? Ah, hey, there's Skippy or Concept Sama. Hello. I saw your last little video there, Concept Sama, and I must say I really enjoyed your little Shaggy impersonation. And I'm hoping once I'm done with some of my animation that I've been working on for the last several days, maybe we can start collabing. Now that's my roommate in the background talking on the phone.
I've been hiding all my life. I've had too much to drink. 'Cause I thought it'd make it easy. But I don't even care right now. And I've been losing all these doubts. And I've been looking all this time for ways to make this easy.
All right, cool. My roommate's heading out to go shoot some hoops.
Be afraid.
Oh, my brush was acting a little weird. I was using the wrong brush. Whoops. Whoops. Oh. I thought I was painting when I was actually erasing. BRB. And I'm back. So how are we all doing tonight? Hope we're all doing fine. Dope, 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 dope. Oh, this is someone I've never seen before. Major Can King. Major Can King. Nice to have you join us. Always pleasant to see new faces in the chat. My mic even on? Test. Yeah, it's on. Maybe the music's too loud. I don't know. Is the music okay? Is my mic okay? Can everyone hear me? I hope so. Wait, my voice is a bit quiet to the music, or is the music too quiet? There we go. Is that better? Oh, wait. Oh, man. My voice is quiet. Check. Oh shit. How did I... Hello? Damn it. Okay. I messed with these settings here. There we go. Is that good? Man, just trying to figure all this out. Test. Check. Toast. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Maybe turn the music down there. Okay. It really doesn't matter, just draw. Okay, there we go. Back to drawing. And looks like a new face, Alex. Always nice to see new faces joining the chat. Glad to have Daniel Kalad back. Hello, Daniel. Hope you're doing well. Danny Collad said he would have said something sooner, but it looked like I was concentrating. Whenever I concentrate, I tend to just not move. Like I'm stuck in space, which gives everyone else the impression that my video feed is lacking. But rest assured that usually it's not. It's when I get into my drawing mode, I tend not to make too many movements. And I tend not to breathe that much either. Danny Collad says, I feel ya. The music helps it more obvious that you're not laggy. Thankfully. Yes. Someday, I'm hoping soon, can start paying for better bandwidth to avoid any lagginess in the future. Well, I hope everyone in the chat's doing okay. Happy hump day. It is hump day, isn't it? Yes. When you're unemployed / self-employed, you tend to lose track of the days. Danny Collard knows what I'm talking about. One of the more funnier things is that when you're unemployed, 3 or 4 day weekends tend to lose their meaning. It's like a while ago. It's like when hearing that there was a 3 day weekend, I would get excited, and then all of a sudden, just that excitement would dissipate when it come to realize, like, why does that matter to me? It doesn't. Now I'm sad. Oh, a 3 day weekend has no impact on my life whatsoever.
This is the end of it. Your consciousness slips away, leaving your thoughts to me. Face the cold reality. Slow and with formality, I'm obsessively stabbing you. Blood is dragging you as you gargle and you spew. I will now disavow every organ to see my indulgence, the enslaver, the engraver to the creek bed that marks your resting place. Remember my face when you see God.
Checking the clock because part of me is thinking, like, hey, I could probably hit up a karaoke night at Ellis Island at 9 p.m. Perhaps. Sing a few songs, have a couple of beers, dance with a few ladies. I don't know. There is a closer karaoke bar. Maybe I'll hit that one up. Did not get thrown out of it this time.
Remember my face when you see God.
What the hell? Okay. That's what's going on. Danny Collard says, any chance you can get to go out, or freaking hell, having a hard time reading. Any chance you can get to get out and have fun, go for it. As long as you don't get wasted. Yes. I agree. I try not to get too wasted. Like I did a couple of weeks ago. Wait, was it a couple of weeks or was it last week? Days are so hard to keep track of. Okay, let me look at my... Yeah, it was a couple of weeks ago. Went to go karaoke and freaking had a blast. It was awesome. It's been a while since I stood up on a stage and sung my heart out. And I enjoyed myself. It'd be nice to do it again. Hmm? Maybe I should check when this local bar has karaoke nights before I friggin' just go over there and find out that they have karaoke nights on specific days. Checking out their website right now, and they really prettied it up. Got pretty fancy last time I got thrown out of there. Well, I guess it maybe perhaps changed owners and yeah. Tuesdays acoustic-ish open mic night starting at 9 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays karaoke at 9 p.m. Alright, so no karaoke on Wednesdays. I'm glad I looked. Otherwise, I would have gone down there with high hopes and had them dashed. Nah, I probably shouldn't karaoke tonight. I don't have the money for the drinks. Dan Collard says bowling is fun as hell too, but I'm not a very good bowler. Usually I just go for the nachos. Just thinking about it now is like bowling's only fun if you have other people to bowl with. If I go bowling, I just be by myself. Just a singular bowling loser with no friends to bowl with. Oh, that's sad. Just one guy bowling by himself, plate of nachos and a whole pitcher. No one to share it with. I don't want to be that guy. Because if I went bowling, I would be that guy. Whoa! No, no, no. What's going on? Stop it. What's happening here? Cut it out. Dan Collada saying he's impressed I can karaoke myself. It's nerve-wracking to him just thinking about it. He also stays sober so he doesn't get that confidence boost. Oh yeah, the booze helps a little bit.
Terminal velocity.
But the most recent time I went karaokeing, like singing karaoke, karaokeing. I don't even think that's a word, but it was a lot less nerve-wracking compared to the first time I went singing karaoke. Because the first time, it's like I was getting those stage fright jitters while I was up there on the stage in front of a whole lot of people, a whole lot of strangers, and started singing. But I had some pretty good praises that first time out. And the first time I went singing karaoke was at Ellis Island over here in Vegas. And I got a lot of cheers, and like even this dude from the back had to shout out above everyone in the bar and just yell like, "Finally, someone who can sing!" Because apparently, well, like everyone before me was just pretty mediocre compared to my performance. But that first time out, it was just like really intimidating. But you get used to it after a while, and then more recently, singing again, it wasn't as nerve-wracking when compared to the first time. So, got to stand up there with a little more confidence, and it was pretty cool. Like I went singing up there with Concept Sama. Like Concept Sama sang some of his own, like some of the songs that he selected. And we even got to do a couple of duets up there. And the both of us got a compliment from this, like a random chick who was there just enjoying the show. And when she was leaving with her, I assume boyfriend, she had to stop and get both of our attention and just let us know that the only reason she stayed at that karaoke bar for so long was because of us, me and Concept Sama. I guess our singing was just that good for her to just stick around for a little while longer just so she could see us sing a few more songs. But it was pretty fun. It was a blast. And that was Concept Sama's first time singing karaoke, and he did pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty fun. And I think I'd like to go to Ellis Island again just to see what their library is like. See what kind of new songs they have up there. But I'll probably go up there and just like pick some of the golden oldies and whatever. The classic karaoke songs that people tend to sing. Because I love to sing me some Journey, and the last time I was out, I sang Journey's Separate Ways. And I stumbled somewhere at the beginning, but after I stumbled, like I just started belting it out. Because when you sing Journey songs, you have to like sing some pretty high notes and just like hit the mark dead on. And when I first started out, like I admit that like my singing wasn't all that up to par when trying to sing a Journey song, but then after I stumbled a little bit, I really bounced back. Like even the DJ was impressed. He loved it. And Concept Sama and I, we got to sing Smash Mouth's what was it, All Stars, and that was pretty fun. We got into a groove, like instead of singing like the same lyrics, like we began trading off, like who would sing one verse and then like the other would sing the next verse, and we just got into that groove, and it was pretty cool. But that was my first time hanging out with somebody here in Vegas. Like, well, I guess somebody not related to me, because me and my sister, we wanted to go out to karaoke, but we were both so busy just trying to keep our heads above water, and the only time we would hang out was to just go out and eat food. So sadly, my sister wasn't able to see me or witness me like singing my heart out on stage. But hopefully when she comes to visit, we'll go karaoke and just go up there and sing some songs. But it was fun, and I'm tempted to go sing again. But right now, I don't have to drink in order to sing, but drinking just makes it a little more fun. So for the rest of the week, I might just stay in, do some B-Hawk furry auctions, and earn myself some rent money before I go to sing again. Because it's a friggin' blast. I love it. And there's a karaoke place pretty close to where I live, but it's one of those places where you have to more or less rent the room for an hour. And for a 6-person karaoke party or a 6-person room, that's like a $10 an hour. So I don't think I want to swing that just yet until I can become more financially stable. And I was thinking that once I get to that point, maybe I'll start doing like little, I don't know what you call them, like fan meets, karaoke fan meets, where I just rent that room for a certain amount of time in a day and just schedule or post it up on my blog or announce it on YouTube that I'm going to be at this karaoke place from such and such time on such and such day, and whoever wants to join me can go to this karaoke bar and just say that they're part of the Blackhorse party and just join me for some songs and singing and some good eats and good drinks. Anyway, I shall BRB. And I'm back. There was actually this one song I wanted to sing on karaoke, but they didn't have it, and I couldn't remember the actual title of the song. Oh, wait. Oh, I guess I did guess the title of the song, but they didn't have it. It was the song titled Old Number 7 from The Devil Makes 3. And Concept Sam is back. I was just telling everyone like how we tore it up on karaoke night there. We all had a blast and people enjoyed our performance. You got to sing several songs up there on hard mode without the lyrics, and we even got to do a duet, and that it was a lot of fun. And I look forward to the next time we get to do it. Yeah, I've also been thinking about doing like a little thing because there's a karaoke place not too far from where I live. It's like pretty much right up the street, but you have to rent the rooms for like $10 an hour, depending on the size of your party. They got like six people rooms to I guess 30 people rooms. The 6-person one is like the smallest one they got, and you can um, buy it out for $10 an hour. And I was thinking, like, what if I did that as some sort of like a whole, like little fan meet type thing, fan meet type deal. Yeah? Someone's throwing the links up there? Don't see any links thrown up. Oh! Alex bot. I guess he's talking about your avatar there, Alex. But anyway, like a future thing. Oh. Yeah, you can't link I guess you can't link images on YouTube chat, live stream chat. Many people have tried, and YouTube just kicks it back.
Spin it again.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Johnston executable stopped working? What do you mean? Was I stuck in autopilot for a little while? Not moving? Is that what you're referring to? I was staring for a bit. Whoops. Ah, nuts. What the hell happened? Oh. I accidentally deleted everything. But it's back. It's all back now.
Oh shit.
Hmm. What about Gordon Ramsay? Hmm. Takes off shirt, yells British insults. Gordon Ramsay is the type of man Concept Sama wishes to be. A good cook? A chef? You want to be a chef? Gordon Ramsay doesn't take shit. Hmm. Hmm. This is the wrong brush again. Yes, it is. I hate it when it does that. Do 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 do. Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Almost done.
Yo, drop that shit.
I'm sitting so low that I adjust the camera. Oh, hey, Cal Locken. Oh, nuts. What's going on? Shit. Is this that one song from yesterday? Where are we? Nope. New? Getting down to the wire on this Atomic Betty piece. Almost finished. And I shall BRB. I was getting hungry, so I made myself a PB&J. Guess Kalarkin saying his OC went awry. Sorry to hear that, Cal. Oh, there's a collab. Artistic differences. Yeah, sandwich is alright. It's Peter Pan peanut butter with some, I think it's raspberry jam. I was getting hungry, so I need to grab something really quick. And he retracted his message. Do you not like PB&Js? Have to groom myself like a cat. Cal Larkin ate dinner at a normal time, surprisingly, he says. He usually eats dinner at 10 or 11. Wow. No, sometimes that's when I eat dinner too. It's like me and my roommate kind of trade off on like meals we cook. Sometimes I cook breakfast and he cooks dinner a lot of the time because I'm always usually like way too busy, but sometimes I'll cook dinner myself too. But he tends to cook dinner like around the same time as that, like 10 or 11. So often when I do eat dinner, it's like pretty late in the evening. Pretty late at night. I might go grab myself a couple of Fosters once this is done. And it just reminded me of like I had bought a couple of Fosters earlier today at this gas station, and I don't know what was up with that cashier, whether she was just out of training or a little suffering from a little bit of senility. But at this gas station, just around the block, they're selling Fosters, those big Foster cans, like well these, selling these, 2 for $3.33, which is a pretty good deal, seeing as how they're 25 filter ounces. And it's 2 for $3.33. So you get like 50 fluid ounces for $3.33 with this deal. And so it's like, I see this is like friggin' all right, I'm down. So I grab 2 of the Fosters, take them up to the cashier, the cash register, and like she rings them up, and then the total price ends up at like over $7, and I'm like, what? $7? What's this? He's like, oh yeah, it's tax. It's like you got to pay Uncle Sam. And I'm thinking like, but it's 2 for 33, and the tax you're talking about is like, it's like, yeah, it's the alcohol tax. It's like, what? And I'm thinking like, so 2 for 33, and like somehow alcohol tax brings it up to over $7. Is like, what is this, like 100% like alcohol tax? And I'm trying to like reason with her, is like, but it's like 2 for 33. That like, there's no way tax would bring it up to over $7. And she had to look again. Is like, yeah, that does seem a little strange. So she had to look again. She voided the whole thing. I don't think she's even sure of like what she did. She must have like rung it up and times it by 2 or something. And so she like rescanned it and like redid the whole thing at the register again, and this time it was at like a reasonable price of $3 and some odd cents, and and I looked at the tax, and the tax was 27 cents for that transaction. I'm like, whoa, shoot. I'm glad I was sober during that transaction, because if I were slightly inebriated or like pretty drunk, I would have paid it without like a friggin' second thought. But yeah, that was my experience earlier today, buying these cans of Fosters. So yeah, I don't know what she was going with or going through. Like either she had just been trained and was offered training wheels for her first day, or if it's just been a really long day and she just was having a hard time trying to process that whole thing. But yeah, it was pretty nuts. American tax, like oh shoot, I don't even know what the tax is at this point. But back when I was keeping up with it, was like only 5% of whatever item you were purchasing. So wait, I think I still have the receipt. Oh, it's not it. Oh, I threw it away with the with the bag that it came in. But yeah, she got the total all wrong. The tax, there was no way the tax would have brought it up to $7 and whatever cents for a $3.33 transaction. So that was her bad. That was something wrong she did on her part. But she corrected it and sold my alcohol to me at a reasonable price. And I'm glad I had my new driver's license too. Like my duplicate driver's license. I'm finally glad I went ahead and got that done because she carded me when buying this booze. So I was able to buy my booze with no problems whatsoever. Now that I have a valid driver's license again after having lost my other one earlier on this year. Hmm. 8% tax in New York. Oh, like Alex was saying, like American tax is weird earlier. Guess Alex would prefer it that the posted or shelf price should have the tax added to it. But yeah, I think that's how it should be. Like our tax system in America is pretty weird, and I think we should adopt like a whole what is it called? Oh shoot, there's a term for it. I can't remember what it is. Right now we have like a whole income tax system where like fucking like the majority of our taxes is taken out of our income. But if we had a there's an alternative tax system where like the taxes are taken out of the products that we purchase. So if we had a system like that, we'd never have to worry about filing income taxes ever again. And excuse me. And there's just like a whole array of benefits that go along with that that I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But I can't remember what it was called. Uh, I'm gonna have to look up on it later because I can't think right now. Yeah, because I believe the tax system that we have set up right now is only like set up in a way because like not everyone knows how to file taxes, and like the tax laws keep changing year to year, and I believe just the government uses that as a thinly veiled guise in order to claim all the unclaimed taxes that people don't know how to file for. So in essence, like people are getting robbed of their like earned like income taxes like every year, like because when you file taxes, like eventually you get some of those taxes back if you file them properly or correctly. But a lot of people don't know how to file them properly simply because tax laws keep changing. It's like a fluid system that just keeps, I don't want to say evolving because it's just such a confusing system, but I do believe that the government utilizes it and just cashes in on the populace's inability to file their taxes properly and just takes all those benefits for itself. So we should definitely adopt like a, I can't remember what that tax system is called. I wish I could look it up, but I need to know the name of it. Oh, shit. Now it's gonna start bugging me. And like it's gonna come back to me, like the name of it's gonna hit me right before I go to sleep, and then I'm gonna sit up fully awake as like, oh, that's what it was called. Uh, I guess Alex knows what I'm talking about. Like a system where you don't have to file taxes yearly, but just all the taxes just get taken out of the products that you purchase when you purchase them. So yeah, like the price of like products will go up, but like you'd be able to afford it because those income taxes wouldn't be taken out of your paycheck on a monthly basis or like a weekly basis or how like whatever frequency you get paid. So you would get paid your like complete paycheck without those income taxes paying out. But I think they would still take out money for like social services and stuff. But I still believe like there is somewhat of a corrupt system involved with social service getting taken out of your paycheck because the whole social service thing is like still foggy too because it's like the elderly people that we have now that have paid like the social income tax or whatever aren't receiving those benefits. And I believe there is a lot of corruption somewhere up the line where they're just hoarding a lot of that money for personal gain. So there's definitely like something that needs to be reworked. There are a lot of things that need to be reworked in the American system. The judicial system, the prison system, social security system, the tax system, everything everything needs to be like redone from the ground up. And like the way they're trying to do it now is like a systematic thing, just kind of like it's like a patchwork type quilt, but it's not going to work if you're just going to just throw patches on it. It just needs to all be torn down and rethought up from the ground up. And the painful thing about that is like the all this change needs to be done instantaneously. So instead of trying to work on one system or one problem at a time, you have to find a solution that will fix all these issues that we have with all these different parts of government and like the financial system and everything, and just like have an instantaneous rebirth of everything, and just like there's like no other way to do it, because if you try to do it systematically, like one piece at a time, it's just going to crumble again. Because if you do it all in one go, it's like you have like one part of that revamped system just feeding into the next part, and it's like a kind of like a it'll achieve like a symbiosis, which then will end up as somewhat of an equilibrium. Because the way they're doing it now, just like one trying to fix one piece at a time, you fix one piece and then another part breaks down, you fix that piece, and the piece that you just fixed, that breaks down. So it has to be just fucking like push a whole like reset button on everything, and then like just come up with a system that creates that symbiotic environment to where it'll generate an equilibrium where everything will sustain itself, because all parts will help um, like feed into each other in a way. No, no. um, Concept Sama is like saying tax exemption, but no, that's not it. It's I can't remember what the tax system is called, but it's not tax exemption. It's there's a specific word for it. I can't remember what it's called right now. But yeah, like the whole system that we have right now is just falling to pieces, and everything that's being done to keep it stable is just um, an exercise in futility, because all they're doing is just like putting quick patches on it. No, it's not income tax. That's the thing that we have right now, and it's not a monopoly. Um, Concept someone's going to go directly to jail. Don't collect $200. I can't. I think I know what it might be called. Let me do a quick Google search on it. Um, hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. But next time I remember, I'm going to write it down just so I don't forget it again. I want to say like a free tax system or open tax system, but don't quote me on that. Can't remember what it was called specifically, but it's a system where you don't pay income tax. So then the taxes that get taken out are on the products that you purchase at the time of purchase. So products price would go up in the product's price would go up, but then you'd be able to afford it because income tax wouldn't be taken out of your paycheck. Concept Summit says, ask Trump. I ain't asking Trump for shit. He's always lying out the side of his mouth. I ain't asking Trump for any money advice because the majority of his money came from his dad, and he's dead. Yeah, I'll remember the tax system like when it comes to me, and I'll talk about it once I remember it. But I'll be sure to write it down. But it makes a lot of sense. And I honestly do believe that the only reason we have the tax system that we have right now is just so the government can benefit off of people's ignorance who don't know how to file their taxes properly. So there's a lot of unclaimed taxes that just sits there, and then the government just dips into it because people don't know no better. Hell, I don't even know how to file my taxes properly, but who does with all these changing tax laws almost every year? Nah, I wouldn't trust Trump worth shit. Even with financial advice. Like, what kind of financial advice could Trump give? Is like, first off, you have to have a rich father that leaves you the rest of his fortune after he dies. I mean, that's where he got the majority of his money, is from his rich dad. So if I don't have a rich father, then I'm stuck like Chuck. And then the rest of his rich advice, money making advice, would be dealing with Russians. And I don't know Russian. Yeah, a lot of his business is tanked. That's why he resorted to selling his name, putting his name on shit like on towers and steaks and whatever product that he could just slap his name on. And I heard his Trump steaks weren't even that good either. Branding is important, but you gotta have a good product. And yeah, I heard like a lot of the stuff that he branded, like the quality of it wasn't even that good. What does Trump even do? Like, what did he even sell back in the day? Now that I think about it. What did he contribute? Because I can't, yeah, I can't really think of anything Trump related that that I purchased or whatever. It's like all I can think of are like his Trump casinos and his Trump towers, and that's it. My roommate just came in. He's like, "Yeah, fuck Trump. Yeah, we're not Trump fans over here." But like, what has he actually done? But just like own some buildings, some property, some casinos, and I can't think of like any major product or label that he owns that anyone has ever purchased or whatever. Like if he had like maybe like Trump vehicles or Trump name brands, I don't know, clothing or something. There might be something there, but if your only claim to fortune is just by owning some property, and I don't know, it's just not much of a brand label there that is really in existence. Yeah, like Trump sells his name like the Kardashians. And why are the Kardashians famous? Because one of them fucking had sex with a rapper on camera. Is that what Trump did? Did Trump fucking have a sex video with a rapper or something? Like, what did Trump do other than just like I said, own some towers, some casinos, and just be part of a friggin' reality television show? Huh? Because he was out of money. My roommate says, or was asking, like, why did he do that show? And all I could think of is that because he was out of money. I mean, like, really, the only money he had was the money that his father left him. And after that, like, what else was there to do but just put his name on whatever he could? Products, buildings, casinos. Darren Collard saying like Trump did the reality television for the same reason why Flava Flav did Flava of Love. Because he was broken horny? Yeah. That makes sense. I can see that. Broken horny. Got into reality television show because he was broken horny. Dan Clark says it's why Snoop did all his bad shows. I only remember one show, and that was Snoop's Televizzle, if I remember it correctly. I'm probably not remembering it correctly, but that's how I remember it. Snoop Dogg's Televizzle show. And from what I remember, it was like a skit comedy show. But that's the only Snoop Dogg show I remember. Yeah, Doggy Fizzle Televizzle. You know, I might have seen Snoop Dogg like recording one of his skits for that show. I can't be certain though, because I was in Long Beach this one time, and I guess that's somewhere around the area where he does some of his shows or his skits or whatever. So I was in Long Beach. I went to this grocery store, and then leaving the grocery store, like I see this dude rolling up in this powered wheelchair, and like that dude looked exactly like Snoop Dogg. I had to do a double take because like it straight up looked like Snoop Dogg just riding in one of those wheelchairs, and I didn't bother to check on that, but I'm wondering if that was him just doing one of his skits, and I can't be sure because at that time I didn't notice any like cameras rolling, or maybe there was a hidden camera trying to catch people's reactions. I don't know, but I was pretty busy at that time, so I couldn't really stick around to check it out to see if it was, but it would be hilarious if it was one of his skits that he was filming at that time. Dan Collard says Snoop's from Long Beach, so it might have been him hanging around. Yeah, it might have been. But logically, I was thinking, like, what would Snoop Dogg be doing in a motorized wheelchair? But then again, like, thinking on it later, is like, what if he was doing, like, a skit for his Snoop Fizzle Televizzle show? And that thought, like, haunts me to this day. I could have met Snoop Dogg. But no, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Because I was too busy focused on the absurdity. Dan Collard also mentions Hood of Horrors. I think I remember hearing about that, but I never saw it. All I can remember is that horror anthology Tales from the Hood. And people rag on that movie, but I enjoyed it. Is one of those guilty pleasures. Hey, I enjoyed Tales from the Hood. Of course, it's been years since I've seen it. Might have to check it out again. Oh no! Snoop Dogg tried to live stream a video game, but then... oh, that's sad. Or was that part of the joke? It seemed like he was doing a skit. Perhaps. I haven't seen the footage myself, but hearing about it, like I would have to imagine it was some sort of comedic setup. But I guess I'm gonna have to reserve my judgment because it sounds like something silly that he might do, just in a sense trolling everyone. But I'd have to check it out. Sweet, this thing's almost done. This chick's almost done. Just one more boot to go. And I think I've done a pretty good job on this other boot. These boots were made for walking. And that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, boots? Start walking. Cal Larkin's asking if I flipped. Huh? What are you talking about? Are you talking about my Christopher Walken impression? Canvas flip. Okay, I get you. No, I haven't done that. Huh. Yeah, I feel like it's good. It's alright. For those who are new to designing out there, like when you flip your canvas, it's a pretty good way to see some of the flaws that you haven't seen before, because you get so used to looking at a piece one certain way, but after you flip it, some of the mistakes you made, which weren't apparent, might stick out to you a bit more. I'm surprised I haven't done it that often lately. I guess mostly because I'm just so busy animating. It's not like you can canvas flip an animation as you're working on it.
Check this shit out.
Anyone see any good movies lately? I'm thinking about hitting up maybe one of my local cinemas, see what's going on, see what kind of movies they have available. Hmm. Gonna check on IMDb, see what movies are at the Dollar Theater. Whoops, not IMDb, Movie Phone. And the Dollar Theater is not posted. I hate it when that happens. Whoops. Let's go down to the movies. Let's go down to the movies. Let's go out to the movies. And get ourselves a beach. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I don't think that's how the song goes, Blackhorse. What are you talking about? Of course that's how the song goes. What was that? Oh. There's an elephant. It's in Falklands is in the room, in the next room over. Yeah. Cal Larkin's so ready for the weekend again, but it's only hump day. Yeah. Work's been pretty stressful for me too. Oh, it's Thursday for Cal Larkin. That's pretty cool. Cal Larkin's living in the future. Yep.
Stand together, stand tall, build the government in this house. No longer cooperate with the government. Do everything in your power to restore freedom and individuality back to America.
No, don't tell me that, Cal Larkin. Well, maybe we'll try again tomorrow. Cal Larkin saying in the future, tomorrow, Trump is still president. I haven't been keeping up with all the news lately. I've just been so busy animating. But last week I was just laughing and just like looking at a lot of the news coverage and Trump's reactions and just like thinking like, oh my god, he's in such deep shit. Woo! Concept sound is saying skewed false news. What does that term mean? I gotta look that up. Trump's family surname was once Drumpf. Huh. Is that what that is? Whoops. Hmm. What? Just reading a little bit of the chat here. Oh, I can't. There we go. There we go. There we go. What? You were recording my stream? How dare you? I'm kidding. I wouldn't take offense to that. sometimes when I've been drawing for a bit, my the pinky, my drawing hand starts to go a little numb. It's because I suffered some nerve damage during one of my drunken escapades and injured my elbow. And from then on, like if I rest my elbow on my desk at a certain angle for too long, my pinky and my ring finger on my drawing hand will begin to go a little numb. For a long time after I initially injured it, like my pinky and my ring finger on that hand were just numb for ages, until eventually I guess the nerves reassembled themselves, so I don't have a numb sensation in those fingers anymore. But every now and then when I rest my elbow on my desk at a bad angle, they'll just start to go numb again. Thank goodness I don't get that drunk anymore. I used to get crazy drunk all the time. Huh. It's why it didn't do anything. Sorry about that. My OBS was acting up. I don't know. I don't know what was going on there. Oh. Of course, the Gaussian blur isn't going to Gaussian blur if I have that thing selected. Huh. It's a lens blur. That's weird. Oh, looks like she's got something in her teeth. There we go. I know a better way to fix that. Come on, don't glitch out on me now. There we go. Damn it. Cal Larkin's got to go to bed. We'll see you later, Cal Larkin.
stream?
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
What the? Oh. That's what I did.
It's fucking Alice Dog.
No. That looks weak. Okay. I think that's why. There we go. More sparkles. What do these do? Oh, okay. What does this do? Oh, those are just leaves. I don't want leaves. You know what? Besides sparkles. The hell? Okay. What's on this layer? Oh. Nothing much. And it's done. Save as JPEG. Well, I guess there's a bit more I could do to it, but I'm lazy. And maybe just revisit it sometime in the future. But anyway, yeah, I think I'll call this more or less finished. And I'll start doing like other like Natus_01 digital painting live streams later on. I still gotta tackle you sounds just as bad, but the character Mary and the Witch's Flower from the recent anime. But I'll get to that maybe sometime later this week. I don't know. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this edition of Natus_01 Let's Draw, and I'll be posting this Atomic Betty on my various websites and social medias. And I hope you enjoyed this this live stream Let's Draw. It was pretty fun, and it's been a while since I painted something, and it's been an even longer while since I painted something to its completion. So I'm pretty happy with myself, but I do see that a few details where I could have gone a little more in depth, but I really got to get back to some of my to my bigger animation. But definitely I'll do this more in the future, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you want to support the creation of more videos like this and support more Let's Draws and live streams, please consider becoming a patron of my Patreon website. The link is in the description below, so check it out. There's a lot of free artwork there. If you like what you see, then consider becoming a patron by clicking that Become a Patron button in the top right. And Patreon's not your thing. I also have a GoFundMe account, so you can donate there as well. If you want to see more free artwork from me and catch up on my life story, I do have an autobiographical blog titled Johnston Blackhorse, the one and only.blogspot.com. That link will also be in the description below, and I'm also a member of DeviantArt, Fur Affinity, Unique Buddy, so if you're a member of any of those websites, then you can start following me or watching me, and if you'd like, you can send me a note, a message, or a comment. Let me know what's going on with you, or if you want to get to know me a bit more, or if you just want to drop me a request. And I am taking requests, but keep in mind the requests aren't guaranteed, and I'm still working through some requests I haven't gotten to yet. But yeah, just be patient, and I'll get to them when I get to them. But again, like, requests aren't a guarantee. So I guess keep watching. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell if you want to be notified of when I'm doing more live streams or upload new videos and such. And what else? What else? I believe that's it. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and like always, I'll check y'all later. Sweet. Bye.